Hey Weirdos, it's Thursday again. I'm Christopher, and as always, I'm joined by...
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mackenzie.
And this podcast is for Weirdos. We are back for part 2 of Aliens 101. We're going to keep talking about different kinds of aliens. So buckle up.
Great.
You're going to get excited.
I know, because I know what comes next alphabetically. Here come the Men in Black.
Yep. So we got Men in Black.
Yay! Who will have their own episode.
They will.
Because I refuse to not.
Yeah, like there's plenty that I'm not going to talk about that
I have a whole ass book that's really
in-depth Men in Black.
Well, it's also you know how there's flesh and blood Bigfoot and then there's weird Bigfoot?
Yeah.
There's flesh and blood Men in Black and then there's weird Men in Black, and I have a book that's weird Men in Black.
So Men in Black are seemingly government agents that appear shortly after UFO or extraterrestrial encounters.
Not Will Smith.
Not Will
Smith.
They're not little guys piloting robot bodies.
Not Daniel Day-Lewis.
Correct.
Is it Daniel Day-Lewis?
No, it's Tommy Lee Jones.
Sorry, different three-named man.
Yeah,
So sorry.
I was trying to remember his name. I was like, who plays K? Daniel Day-Lewis. No,
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. I fucked it up.
You will not find them at Universal Studios Orlando.
Aww.
That is it's a fun ride though.
Nice. But so the Men in Black often appear as tall, mysterious men in black suits and are often in a trio.
I have one.
I seen it.
I seen it.
That's what we should dress up as for Halloween if we ever go trick-or-treating.
Men in Black?
Men in Black.
Yes.
We just all get suits.
Yeah.
Get
Fedoras.
Fedora.
Real fedoras, not trilbies. Real fedoras,
Yep.
40s fedoras.
Yeah.
Black sunglasses.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we have to talk really weird.
Yeah.
Weirder than we already do.
Won't take much.
No.
We won't need practice.
We
can do
speak
it.
in best friend pretty regularly, which sounds like nonsense to other people.
But we do also have to pick governmenty sounding names.
John, and John.
You don't give your first name. You just say I'm Mr. So and so most of the time. They don't give a first name. They're like, oh, I'm Mr. Smith, or I'm
Jones.
I'm Colonel Carter or something. They yeah. Anyway, sorry. I'm gonna not talk.
Title, generic last name.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not any of ours because we all have weird last names.
Yeah.
Weird last names.
So the Men in Black often know that you have witnessed something, regardless of if you've told anybody.
I don't like it.
And they
don't.
tell you to not talk about
Yeah, they tell you don't fucking say anything.
Is that who?
It is a threat.
Is that who talked to John Keel? Who sent the letters to
it was
tell?
the international
those
bankers were
bankers
the
who-
ones who sent in the letters, but there were a bunch of Men in Black shit that happened around Mothman.
Because I was I was trying to remember the organization that sent the letters that
It's
were
also
like,
entirely possible that there is a small family in West Virginia who thinks that John Keel was in fact a Man in Black because he showed up to their house in the middle of the night in a rainstorm because his car broke down, and he knocked on their door and was like, "Can I use your phone?" Because his car broke down and it was the 60s, and he knocked on the door.
Don't tell anybody I was here.
Yeah, and he's like, "Can I use your?" And the title of that the intro to that chapter of Mothman, which I can't look at because Kris has my book, is I think it's The Devil Came to West Virginia, because it's for us, right, that would be a Man in Black sighting, but for the people in West Virginia at that time,
they're
it was
that's
a
the
man-
devil.
It was a man in a dark suit in the middle of the night asking to use their phone.
It's the devil.
It's the devil.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry, I'm gonna try and not talk for the rest of the Men in Black section.
It's okay. You can keep interjecting. I prepared for this to be a little bit of a back and forth. So the first time we see a recollection of something that could be a Men in Black story is medieval Norway. 1730, Norway.
That's too.
So a little bit late. Yeah.
Damn.
I wrote down just a little bit too late. Anyways, it said medieval somewhere else in the same paragraph, and so I was like, medieval.
Yeah.
1730.
That's okay.
A 13-year-old girl recounted a story from 6 years prior
Okay.
to some like clerical, like associated with the church.
Yeah, church guy.
Church guys who were like writing down stories.
Right.
Where she and her grandmother rode a flying pig to meet with the devil.
All right.
When pigs fly.
When they arrived at the location,
1730 in Norway, apparently.
Yep.
That's when pigs will fly.
that is when pigs flew. When they arrived at the location, her grandmother referenced the three men who were all in black who were standing there as grandfather's boys.
Oh.
And then called... and then they sat down with Satan, like, at a dinner table.
Uh-huh.
And she called Satan grandfather
Oh.
upon joining him at the table.
Okay.
And so the three men who were there were grandfather's boys. A medieval Men in Black, or shortly after medieval period Men in Black. A Welsh woman in April of 1905 was visited 3 nights in a row by a man dressed in all black who delivered a message that she was, quote, too frightened to relate.
I'm uncomfortable.
He showed up 3 nights in a row to tell her something, and she was like, I don't want to tell anybody this. This is really scary.
Well, it was probably don't tell anybody that
Yeah.
you saw me. Because that's
Usually how it goes.
So also in 1905, also Welsh woman, Mary Jones.
Different Welsh woman.
Different Welsh woman.
wow.
She was a recent Christian convert, and she was
Recent.
very devout
Okay.
very quickly and became a preacher.
Good
What a
for
lady.
her.
Yeah. And so she ended up traveling, preaching, and was frequently accompanied by mysterious floating lights.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. Good for her.
So, but in 1905,
This
a
Welsh
lot of Welsh people were
Weird.
like experiencing similar things. They were like, everybody was like, there are weird floating lights
flap.
all the time. Yeah.
1905 Welsh flap.
Welsh flap. But so like in that flap of activity, people claim to see Jesus, angels, demonic black dogs,
Oh.
Satan,
No.
and like demons.
Oh my god.
So like, I don't know, the Welsh people were seeing shit that year.
Yeah.
So I don't know why that ended up in the Men in Black category. So now we're gonna get into more solid like Men in Black lore. Harold Dahl, who
Like brother to Roald Dahl?
fucking maybe,
Dahl spelled the same way? D-A-H-L?
yeah, maybe.
When? I yelled because my microphone's so far away right now.
Summer of 1947.
Could be!
It's also 1947. A big
Right.
flap
Yeah.
everywhere.
UFOs are happening. That's when. Did you say summer?
Summer.
Roswell.
Yep. This story is 50-50 whether or not it's a hoax or not. However, I will say that this story predated the solidification of the like Men in Black
Lore.
lore. Yeah.
Okay.
Like they had not been called Men in Black, and it was not a phenomena that people were talking about.
Right. Like that
actively.
really started Roswell-y.
1956 is whenever that kind of started to solidify.
Okay.
So like a solid
Because there is
8 years.
Because there is some Men in Black stuff that happens around Roswell.
Right. But like that
lore of it
that
isn't
lore
solid
and
yet.
like the cultural
Knowledge.
knowledge of it
Got it.
did not quite was not there yet.
Got it.
So Allegedly.
Allegedly. Word of the
Harold
day.
witnessed a UFO dumping metallic substances into the water between
No.
Tacoma and Maury Island of Washington
We're
State.
turning the frickin' frogs gay.
Yep.
How dare they pollute?
Right?
Get your shit out of our water.
And before he could tell the press his story, a man in all black invited him to breakfast in downtown Tacoma,
Nope.
where he was threatened over breakfast,
Yep.
along with his family, that if it were
say
to
anything,
if you
I'll
say
hurt your
anything,
family.
yeah,
Yeah.
bad things are going to happen. And then later down the line, the Air Force got involved and like went to like investigate previous shit, and they were like, what happened? And not all of the information lined up. And so they were like, could be a hoax. But a lot of people have also posited that, like, I don't know, maybe the Air Force lied.
Right.
Like, it could have been they were pressuring him.
Oh, you mean the Air Force?
Yeah.
The Air Force?
The Air Force.
The Air Force.
So there's unknown. It's like, well, did you really see that? And the whole, like, human people are very easy to mush into
Oh,
whatever.
you mean like it was a weather balloon?
Yeah, exactly. And so
You don't have any opinions at all.
You mean the government didn't? Do you mean the government maybe possibly lied?
yeah, you mean the government
The
was like, you
government?
should tell people it was a hoax.
I have a lot of opinions.
Right. And so,
full of them, in fact.
but like the thing that stands out to me is about this is that like the concept of the Men in Black showing up and being like, you haven't told anybody that you saw this thing, don't tell anybody,
Didn't exist yet.
didn't exist yet.
Right. For it to be a hoax.
Right.
Like
And
it's a
so
weird.
it's a weird thing to
It's
claim.
a weird hoax to hoax when the lore doesn't exist.
Yeah,
yet.
when like that thing, the thing that everybody knows that like exists in the like cultural zeitgeist is not there.
Yeah.
It's like that's a weird thing to claim.
Right.
So that's the weird thing about that story that I'm like, I don't know, maybe seeing a UFO dumping shit in the water isn't true, but like maybe he did see something
Yeah.
and something weird did happen with
And
the Men in Black.
a man came and told him,
Don't
talk
fucking
about
say
that."
anything. Yeah. So like, who knows? So the mythos of the Men in Black is solidified in Gray Barker's 1956 book, They Knew Too Much About Flying Saucers.
I want that book so bad.
Yeah.
What's it called?
They Knew Too Much About Flying Saucers.
I'm ordering it on Amazon right now. I can
Gray
find it.
Baker.
Yeah, I know who it is.
Okay. Barker. I'm sorry.
Gray Barker.
And it's Gray, Gray, not E.
Yep.
Um,
It's only $20 and I can get it here tomorrow.
sick.
I'm just gonna add it to cart and see what mom does.
So, in his book, he reveals a number of victims of the silenced group, or the silence group that wore dark suits and threatened ufologists that got way too close to
Right.
what the truth was. And these victims often abandon ufology shortly afterwards.
Right.
He discusses victims from the United States, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada that
Yep.
were all threatened by a trio of dark, sharply dressed men.
Yeah.
He speculates that the silencers may be of an unearthly origin and warns that they will be at your door too unless we all get out there and find out who these three men really are.
Yeah.
Quote.
I'll get that book to read for my episode when I cover the Men in Black.
The Men in Black. By the mid 1950s, Men in Black have been solidified in the minds of the people.
Yeah.
And Men in Black was still a concept that was a little bit on the fringe.
Right.
It was still a fringe belief where it's like, I don't know, like you're kind of weird for believing that.
Right.
But John Keel's writings are what kind of transitioned the Men in Black from the silencers to MIB, Men in Black.
Yeah.
Keel and his informants describe the Men in Black wearing dark suits, sometimes with turtleneck sweaters, dark complexions, and generally Asian.
Keel and Keel's informants, the network of spies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keel's informants, Bob and Joe, Billy
most
Bob.
of-
And just the way you
Most of
said
his
it was
in-
like, it's a network
Right.
of spies.
But his informants were mostly contactees.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, like
like,
these are
it's
people
not
with
like he had
general
a-
stories.
It's not
like,
like he had a bunch of
I just-
boots on the ground ufologists
No,
out
no, no,
there.
no, no.
It was just like
I-
Kathy from Detroit.
No, like
Yeah.
I know that. It was just funny the way it was phrased because
Yeah.
then it sounds like he has like a spy network to keep an eye out for the Men in Black.
That's me.
But one of Keel's informants specifically describes their Men in Black as appearing Hawaiian, which I thought was fun
yeah,
and
yeah,
interesting. But Keel theorizes that the folklore surrounding reapers, vampires, and demons could have been Men in Black.
Yeah.
Um,
Which makes
Which-
sense. If
yeah.
you think about like the very, very basic
structures
ideas
of those things.
and you're trying to make overarching connections, right? It's like trying to make UFOs fit fairies,
Yeah.
right? If you're trying to create a unifying theory, it makes sense to connect those things.
Right.
I don't agree.
Right.
I don't think that those things are Men in Black because I don't think that enough of the lore lines up.
Right.
But
Same.
I understand a man in the 60s making that connection,
Correct.
which is when most of his writing is from like the 60s and 70s.
Mm-hmm.
He was alive for a lot longer than that. But.
Some people think that the Men in Black are members of the Air Force, and other people insist that the Men in Black are from outside of the Air Force that are pretending to be in the Air Force.
Yeah.
But it's like, your haircut is not allowed in
You're not in
uniform
regs.
policies.
Right.
Not in
Um,
regs.
And so some people believe that they're essentially ufologists posing as Men in Black to collect information.
Although sometimes if you're in the secret sauce enough, you fall under different regulation to allow you to do a specific kind of job.
Right.
I think
However,
that
Just
their
saying.
appearance, not how they visually appear, I think that their arrival on the scene is too rapid a response time most of the time
for it to
them
be actually government agents.
for them to be a government agent.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, people who report Men in Black sightings are reporting them after the fact. And it's like, I had not told anyone about this yet. And the first person that came to my house the next day was this pair of agents or this one guy. Like the
Sam and Dean Winchester.
yeah. The one thing that was really interesting in Mothman is the fact that there was this like one Man in Black who was like a day behind or a day ahead of Keel for most of his like interviewing, where like he would show up because there was one time where he went to these people's house, he interviewed them, Keel, not the Man in Black, and then the next day this guy shows up in like a shoddy military uniform, and it's like, I'm Commander so and so or whatever, I'm looking for John Keel. Because they were trying to track Keel down to
Yeah.
tell him to shut up.
Yeah.
While telling these people to
Also,
shut up.
shut up.
Yeah, they were like, hey, don't talk about what you've seen. And then also, where's that other guy?
Yeah. So funny.
Which is why they were having to send him letters. They were having to send letters to John Keel because he was on the move.
That's
They couldn't
so
catch him.
funny that like this mysterious these Men in Black who show up about 24 hours after like you've seen something weird can't
They
pin
can't-
down John
They
Keel.
can't track him down.
They can't catch him.
They
He's too
can't
fast.
catch him. Or they're like a day ahead. Because that's the other thing is a couple of times they'd get there before he did.
They go,
and they
damn,
would
he's
go,
not here yet.
They would
Shit.
they would go, where is John Keel? And people would go,
Who?
who is that?
And then he'd show up the
Holmes?
next day. Someone was here yesterday looking
for you. And he's like,
Shit.
damn, I'm a day behind. And the other times it's like, a strange man was here looking for you. And he's like, dang it.
God damn it.
I could have caught him.
So they were looking for each other.
They're
were.
playing
They
a
were just-
bad version of phone
They were
tag.
just doing this. Just chasing each other around in circles like a dog chasing its tail, but it's John Keel and the Men in Black.
I wonder if
I think the closest one got was one threatened Mary Hire at her office.
Yeah.
And said, like, you need to stop looking into this and you need to stop talking to John Keel.
So we're gonna move on
Yes, please.
to the Nordic beings. So we're
We were
The
done with Men in Black?
blondes!
huh?
We were done with Men in Black?
Yep, we're
okay,
done with
good.
Men
I'm
in
glad I
Black.
did that tangent at the end.
Yeah. So we're going to the next two, both pretty short. So
Okay.
we have the Nordic beings
Yep.
who are
Just the blonde.
they're just blonde.
They're really tall, though, aren't they?
They're very tall.
So,
they're like
opposite
oddly
of,
tall.
Opposite of the Greys, who are very short.
They're
Yeah.
very tall.
The Nordic beings are very
These are
tall.
uncannily tall.
They're uncannily tall.
Like 7 feet ridiculously tall or something like that.
Yeah. They're all very handsome though.
Yeah.
I was
Like,
like, I've heard they're like very,
They're
very
they're
attractive.
very pretty, and very human looking. And an odd thing is that they are most frequently reported in English abductee stories.
Like English from England, not
Yep.
English speaking? Okay.
Correct. English from England.
Interesting. Maybe they've like adjusted to the climate and
Yeah,
Adapted.
I don't know why.
Are English people just getting in cars with Norsemen and then being like, I didn't like that. That was an alien.
That was an alien.
They're using the word alien wrong and they just mean like immigrant.
Yeah, that's it.
oh,
That's,
okay.
that's it. It's just English people see them. I don't think there's any Americans that have really like interacted with Nordic beings. But they're just really tall, very pretty, blonde.
What color hair does
aliens.
She-Ra have?
Blonde?
Blonde.
Yeah.
I genuinely think that these English people are just seeing people from Norway
Maybe.
and going, that's odd.
I mean,
I'm getting
it's-
in their car. Oh,
it's
no.
Normally abductee stories. So, like, they are
I know.
waking up in a UFO going,
They're like, maybe if we look like Norse people, they'll be less.
yeah, maybe if we
Confused.
show up like this, they'll be attracted to us.
They'll want
Maybe
to
they'll
have
find
my
us pretty.
weird hybrid babies if I show up like this.
Right. So, I don't know.
Sorry, I was choking on boba.
Yeah, like,
Harrison did that.
in this 705-page book, there are 2 pages that mention Nordic beings.
Oh, good.
Great.
So the next one is Star People.
Star people sound so
It
wholesome.
sounds really nice.
Is it?
It's very neutral.
Okay.
I was like, I don't. I'm
it-
scared.
It did spawn a weird religious movement here in the U.S.
Oh!
Mm.
Is
What are
this
you
heaven?
thinking
Is
of?
this Heaven's Gate?
Yeah.
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 The cult.
The cult.
I'm aware of Heaven's Gate.
with,
yeah. The mass.
with star seeds and star helpers.
Yep.
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 The mass suicide.
Also, there are still people on the internet who believe that they are star seeds.
For
That is still
real?
a thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
After the giant.
Yes.
The like.
There are still people who believe in Heaven's Gate wholeheartedly, who were not part of the like compound, who still follow the religion and believe that the UFOs up there to collect them.
Now I'm mad.
So people generally believe that the star people are like, they're here to help.
Yeah.
Like, this is a good thing that
Yeah.
they're here. And so that the star people are actively trying to aid humankind in preparing for the great purification of
Right.
Earth. And so there are hybrids of the star people and humans called star seeds.
Yep.
And there are the star helpers that are descendants of the original disciples of the star people.
Right.
And so their job is to help like awaken the star seeds. And to get everybody like ready to go.
Right.
But they're generally very, I don't know, they're helpful. But like this is also a cult.
Yeah.
I can't make any commentary because I don't have anything nice to say.
But they're first described in 1973 by Brad Steger
Yep.
in his book Revelation: The Divine Fire.
Correct.
And so that's what I've got on the star people.
Great.
Yeah.
Because I truly don't have anything nice to say that would not get rapidly cut out of this podcast.
Cults exist, man.
Cults exist.
I'm not saying they don't. Okay.
I'm gonna get heated next.
Oh, good. I'm glad you get to get hot now.
We're gonna talk about ultra-terrestrials, and we're gonna talk a lot about John Keel.
Okay.
And this is why I've changed my ethos to the paranormal,
Okay.
or to the phenomena.
Okay.
Capital P.
Capital T, capital P.
So John Keel has a similar idea to the Etherians,
Right.
in that these ultra-terrestrials, maybe they're from another place, but like it's like here but not here.
Right.
They are, quote, an incomprehensible demonic intelligence from another reality that can manipulate matter in ways that allow them to don disguises, including but not limited to spacemen, angels, fairies, creatures, including 19th century aeronauts.
Oh.
I don't like that. They're
What
not
is-
demonic entities.
What is that from?
This is probably 107.
Like what I don't disbelieve you. I'm just trying to figure out what of his writings that's from.
Right before Jerome starts talking about the star people.
Yeah.
And like that cult shit. To Keel, the beings are amoral, paranormal ultra-terrestrials bent on doing contactees and, by extension, all human beings wrong. This interpretation would be embraced by conservative Christian UFO chroniclers.
Where?
I'm just really.
don't know.
I'm really having a hard time,
Because again,
making this.
I am not a keep heroes on a pedestal at any cost, right?
Right.
I talked shit about John Keel in the episode because I was like, he's a white man in the '60s who said some shitty stuff in this book.
Yeah.
But that it may
Where
be
is-
in. Where's the 8th tower? Where is the 8th tower? Oh, it's over there.
I guess I'm just having a hard time reconciling what I know of John Keel's writings.
Yeah,
to
because he
this
did not
description.
give a shit about
Okay.
Especially
Christianity.
because if it made you change your ethos on
which you're allowed to
which
do.
is
I don't
allowed.
care about that.
I'm not discrediting anything that you're saying.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm also not arguing with you that this isn't true.
Right.
I just want to know what this author's
Yeah.
source of that is.
You know,
And-
I'm trying to find where in here the Keel.
Quote was.
It doesn't even have him in sources here for this
because
chapter.
it feels like it could, not saying that this is what it is, not saying he didn't say this.
Right.
It just feels like it could be a misinterpretation
It could be
of a writing or
right, but like this author's entire analysis of John Keel is this man is fucking paranoid, views everything through fear, and thinks everything is demons.
that's really weird.
So at the end of a lot of it, he was paranoid because he was getting a lot of those weird letters.
Okay, so I'm going to read
I'm fine with this.
a quote in a few minutes.
Okay.
Uh,
likes to sleep. Ouchies.
It's probably from the 8th tower. Because so in this chapter,
Because that is what this book is about. The 8th tower is about ultra-terrestrials.
yeah. So in this chapter that talks more about ultra-terrestrials, because it's in the paranormal and occult theories about UFOs chapter.
Right.
Under John Keel, they have Disneyland of the Gods, the 8th Tower, the Mothman Prophecies, Our Haunted Planet, UFOs, Operation Trojan Horse,
Yes.
The Solution to the Flying Saucer Mystery, and that's it for John Keel.
Okay.
And it does have pages for some of them.
Okay.
Our Haunted Planet does not have a page number. Eighth Tower, Mothman. So, okay. Only UFOs, Operation Trojan Horse, and the solution to the flying saucer mystery have page numbers.
I don't
associated.
love. This is a writer's, like a citation issue, not a content issue.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It really, really bothers me that he is like quoting and utilizing quotes in such a way as to like frame how he's referring to a person, and is not fully crediting the source material that's coming from.
Right.
In a way for somebody else to be able to go do research and form their own opinions on that content.
To like be able to dig further into it.
Right.
The only thing that I'm having an issue with is not how you are presenting content.
No, you're doing a great job.
You are doing a
Thank
fantastic job. I'm really struggling with this book's lack of citation, correct citation.
Right. Like
You should not be struggling this hard to find what that quote is from.
Exactly. Like I wish this was cited in a way that like.
And I know it's
history books
from
are
like
cited.
97,
Right.
but textbooks have been doing it for centuries.
You also
Right.
putting a fucking footnote in is not hard.
like
Right.
it's
Like footnotes are not hard, and like at the end of each chapter, like he has
like it's
an in-depth like these are all the sources.
like
Right.
it's truly irritating.
However, it doesn't have like numbers.
It's
Yeah.
really like it's truly, and this is not at you at all. It's irritating me a lot.
Yeah.
With the way that this content, because we have done a lot of research in this bubble.
Yeah. That it's not
because
better cited.
It's not better cited, especially in a way that feels like you can't reconcile with everything else that we know about this person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm having a mental struggle with that, and it has nothing to do with the content that you're portraying or the opinions that you formed based on this research.
Right. Like
And to be very explicit, so everybody's not like you're like bashing Kris. Like that's not
Right.
what
No.
I'm trying to do.
No, not at all.
Yeah. And the interesting thing specifically about this book, which I have not read yet, so I can't like put any credence into the content of it. I cannot say what the contents of this contain. I can say that this was a trigger object, and we did summon someone who was claiming to be John Keel. This is basically the stuff that was edited out of out of Mothman. So stuff that he did not feel was necessary to include in Mothman Prophecies because it wasn't necessarily related to that case.
Yeah.
Makes up this much of a book.
Jesus.
So that's what's interesting to me and reading the back, it does sound sinister, but sinister in a sense of these entities may be like meddling in affairs on Earth, not in a sinister way. Just they have their fingers in pies, and they are ultra-terrestrials, and they shouldn't be having their fingers in pies on Earth. It's our shit to deal with. Is the way the back of this reads. Like it says. I just read it.
Because like I want.
What if there's yet another tower, a tower not of good or of evil, but of infinite power? So like. That to me does not sound like he's like they're demons.
Right.
Like it's throwing me, especially the
Specifically
Christian
the use
terminology
of the word demon.
is
I'm like
really throwing me with what other stuff we've read of Keel's work.
Yeah.
Because that is truly not anything that is really referenced.
again, the only time that I'm not discrediting you. I'm not discrediting this author. I am discrediting their lack of sources and context for quotes.
Yeah.
I'm sure the book is fantastic. It's huge.
Yeah, and like there's a lot of content
Because-
where
Right.
it's like, okay, maybe a couple things got through,
which is fine.
It
Again,
happens. It's a huge
This
book.
is just one of those things that it's like I know just enough to be like.
Because it feels like maybe there was cherry picking in Keel's work and then not giving the context to that phrasing
Right.
makes it then sound like something that it's not.
And you know
Yeah.
what?
And
It's
that's-
the book that I have read, Mothman Prophecies, is his first of this type of work.
Yeah.
So it's entirely possible that later he did become a paranoid man, which happens to ufologists, right? But when he created and came up with this theory, he wasn't. Like the concept of ultra-terrestrials to me in Mothman, which is where he originally coined that phrase, he's not a scared, paranoid man looking at this through a lens of fear. He is a man who's looking at it through a lens of trying to help a bunch of fucking people who are contacting him because someone in space is telling them to.
Yeah.
Like, he's just doing the best he can with what he's got.
Right.
Please carry on with ultra-terrestrials.
I'm
sorry. I'm
will-
sorry that I went, huh?
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
No, you're fine.
Zip my mouth for the rest of this section.
Because, like, from whatever this author has read,
Right.
it is entirely colored by this man is so paranoid and is so afraid of the world.
That's crazy.
Not the author,
Right,
but
John Keel.
Like, he makes the comment somewhere in here. I was like, there's a number of different pages that, like, this information
Yeah,
came from.
that's fine.
That Jerome says that even at the time that John was writing actively, that, like, some of his followers were like, he's jumping to a lot of conclusions here. Like, he has information to stand on.
Mm-hmm.
The jumps he's making are a little too big.
Which is true with most ufologists. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like we talked about with the person who was like, oh, the fairies are aliens, aliens are fairies.
Right.
And it's like, okay, but it doesn't all quite line up.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so that unifying theory
And-
doesn't work for you.
Again,
You cannot make a unifying theory of the paranormal.
No. It's
and,
impossible.
And not to put John Keel on a pedestal because he was a man and he was not
Yep.
always right. And he probably did make some real big jumps.
He did make some big fucking leaps in Mothman, and we talked about it. Like, he was like, oh, I started talking a lot about blood being a thing, and then suddenly Mothman tried to steal a blood cart. And it's like, no.
Like,
Sean.
John.
Like, I'm not saying John Keel is a perfect man by any means, or that there wasn't the chance for him to be paranoid.
Because he was a person, and
'cause-
there's no such thing as a perfect person.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Keep your hearers human.
Yep.
Right.
You know, John Shepard wasn't perfect either.
Yep. Correct.
Correct.
But John Keel's beliefs tended to be darker than most of the other theories
Which is true.
that we've addressed so far.
Yeah.
I
I mean, the Men in Black are pretty fucking dark.
Men in Black are pretty fucking dark.
Yeah.
But this is generally darker than average.
Yeah.
And he had a much more fearful attitude towards what was happening. Which, again, fear's not bad.
No.
Fear keeps you safe.
Yeah.
However,
And he did live.
Paranoia is bad.
paranoia is bad.
He did live through some crazy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So, like, if he did, in the end of his time, get to be
Right.
paranoid, not to say that paranoia is good, but, like,
It's understandable.
I would also not be probably the most sane person or
Right.
non-paranoid person if I had been being contacted by, if people you can't identify.
If a contactee who had been talking to a self-proclaimed space person
Yep.
called me on my phone and said something is going to happen during this airtime on television in December, and I go, oh my God, there's going to be a huge blackout. Like, I assume it's going to be a huge blackout or something. And then my news channel clicks, and the Silver Bridge has collapsed in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, where I just spent the last calendar year of my life interviewing people, and then I can't get through to my friend in that town. I'd be a little paranoid for the rest of my life, too.
Oh, yeah.
If a space person told because the thing is, they never contacted John. They contacted other people, and then those people called him and said,
so
hey,
stupid.
the spaceman told me to tell you that something's going to happen in December.
That seems like some sort of cosmic fucking prank.
Right.
Which is
So
wild.
it's entirely possible that the man was fucking paranoid.
Oh, yeah.
And it makes sense for him. I'm not justifying paranoia. Like, if you're having issues,
If you're having issues,
if you're having paranoia issues, go to a doctor.
Yep. Go to a doctor.
If you think that
Get
the
that
world is
treated.
out to get you, go to the doctor.
Yep.
And if there's nothing wrong with you, then maybe get a spirit box and call John Keel.
Yep.
That's
then
option
investigate
2,
other
though.
routes.
That's option 2.
Option 1,
Go to your
start with a doctor.
Yep. Go to your doctor. Go to your therapist. Anyway, like, I don't want to discredit this person's claims.
Yeah.
The only part that I'm like, I 100% agree that he was paranoid at the end.
Yeah.
I 100% agree that he does talk about a lot of it with a lot of fear, but it's because it is this, for him, it was really weird that, like,
Oh, yeah.
why are they calling other people to call me?
Right.
Why can't they just talk straight to me?
Mm.
And then that kind of stuff. And then the letters that were telling him to stop, the International Baker letters. And so that all makes sense to me. The part of this that I'm like,
It's the demons.
what weird thing did you cherry pick to get that line to fit your, not you,
Right.
Jerome, what weird line did you pull to fit your narrative that you're trying to tell about John Keel?
Yeah.
Which you're trying to back up that he did everything through fear. He was this like scary and scared Christian, like,
Well, so
not Christian, but like
Like-
stuff that the Christians picked up on.
yeah, like
And
I was
that
like,
kind of
at no
stuff.
point does he claim that John was Christian,
Right.
but like that Christians immediately latched on
Which
to
is
the, like
just-
aliens are evil.
Right.
because it
Which
just,
is also not hard to do at all with John's stuff.
Right. Scary.
Even the chill stuff. Go ahead.
I don't know. I have never, and maybe I just haven't read enough Keel.
Yeah.
I have never felt like John explicitly is trying to say that aliens are evil
Or bad.
or bad. I think a lot of the expression in my personal opinion is that they are odd and they can do things that are harmful and they can do things that are scary. But it always feels to me like it's from a curiosity standpoint and an I want to understand standpoint. And I've lived through some scary shit. And I am struggling with the
demonic.
and the
Right.
aliens are evil and everything is
I'm mostly hung up on just the word demonic.
I
like-
mean, it could just be the concept of like his concept of like they're amoral
Yeah.
transitioning into this is demonic, this is evil, this is
Right, but amoral and immoral are different.
right.
I'm just,
And that
Right.
specifically right there is the other thing that I'm like,
I'm
I
just-
feel like this is a misinterpretation because amoral
Is not immoral.
is not immoral. Amoral is without moral.
Yeah.
Immoral is having bad morals.
Yeah.
And demons are immoral,
Mhm.
not amoral. Like the Christian concept of demons
They're immoral.
are the antithesis to angels, which are the best moral
morality.
beings. They
The
are
highest-
morality.
the highest morality.
Demons are the opposite. So the opposite of good moral is not no moral, it's bad moral.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like
I'm just
Right.
I'm just hung. I'm hung on this sentence that also
yeah,
again
I'm stuck on the word demon.
I'm
Yeah.
also like you're absolutely allowed to change your opinions and your beliefs and all of those things. I'm just really struggling with what feels like it was very very cherry picked and very made to frame a narrative.
Yeah.
And for you to start this section saying it changed so much of your frame of mind is just hard for me because I know because of what I know about you, and then for this sentence for you to say this wording, it doesn't feel good to me, and that's not you. Like that's not on you that I feel that way.
Right. Like the way that this has been presented has not like it has changed my view of things like from ultra terrestrials to Etherians.
Right. Which to
Because
me
it is same but different.
to me, Etherian sounds like more actually what John Keel is describing.
Right. Like so through like the lens of Hellier and like Greg and Dana's work and like
Right.
their team's work, it sounds like Etherians.
Right.
It sounds so much more like hopeful and
Right.
like amoral, I guess. Like it's not
Right.
immoral.
Right.
It's just and it's not as scary.
Right.
It's just like There's this thing. It's weird.
Like, you know whose version of ultra-terrestrials that sounds like? Terrorists.
Yeah.
This
That
feels
sounds
like
like
Terry Riss.
that
It
sounds-
does feel like
that
Terry Riss.
sounds like Terry Rist's version of Indrid Cold.
Yeah.
Not like John Keel's version of Indrid Cold.
Interesting.
And maybe that's
to me,
Yeah.
because like you were talking about in Hellier, how like they have like it's very much like the Etherians. Like that is what reading how John Keel talked about it in Mothman. Again, that's the only thing that I've read, so I can't make
Yeah,
any
and
claims about anything else.
It's the first of
and
his
and again,
books.
in 6 months when I've read this book, my opinion could completely change. And I
Right.
could be like, actually, we're never talking about John Keel again because he was insane, right?
Right.
Like
It can change.
it can change, and that's why I'm like, you're allowed to have changed based on this. That's
Yeah.
really fine, and I agree. Like the Etherians sound really cool, and they
Because,
sound
like,
much
I'm-
more like.
Like, this has not turned me off completely from
No.
John Keel. It's just
No.
like I'm gonna take things with a lot bigger of a grain of salt than I have been.
Right. And there's the part where in Hellier where they're doing the SS method with the Franks box and they're talking to Michael, but before they have the name, they are like, this sounds like Indrid. Like they think it's Indrid Cold, and one of them says, this is a lot like Terry's Indrid. Like they're like, this is the scary version of Indrid. This is Terry's Indrid. And like that's what this sounds like to me. It's like, oh, it's the demonic, it's the bad, it's the scary, it's the like
because Terry
yeah,
Riss,
just squick.
because everything that Terry Riss ever puts out is always the immoral,
It's
the
the
scary,
It's the
version.
scariest possible version of it
Yeah.
because he was a paranoid man.
Yeah.
Terry Riss was a nut job
if
that was
he-
paranoid.
If he's real, he is a paranoid, scary paranoid man.
Yeah.
Like
he is both scared and scary.
scared
Yeah.
and scary. He's both at the same time. And so it makes sense that his interpretation of these ultra-terrestrials would be that. Whereas John's is just like, it's just a weird version of the phenomena that just constantly changes based on what you're thinking about.
Yeah.
So of course, maybe it becomes demonic because that's what you're thinking about.
Right. Maybe when you feed into the paranoia, you get more paranoid.
Right. Anyway, sorry.
So
Sorry,
Sorry that we derailed that so bad.
it's okay. I'm gonna read a passage.
Read us
that,
a passage.
Is like a chunk quote from Keel.
Okay. From somewhere.
From somewhere, one of
Okay.
the like 5 books that is
Yeah.
in this chapter.
Was Mothman in this chapter?
Mothman is in this chapter.
Okay. I'll tell you if I recognize it.
We are like ants trying to view reality with very limited perspective
I think
or perceptive equipment, and then basing our theologies and philosophies on what are essentially misperceptions. The real problem is that there is a much larger reality around us that we cannot see but only sense. While we grovel on our way to the 21st century, someone or something is watching with amusement. We are biochemical robots, helplessly controlled by forces that can scramble our brains, destroy our memories, and use us in any way they see fit. They have been doing it to us forever.
That's really similar to a passage that's in Mothman, but it is not the same passage that is in Mothman. Because I remember reading something incredibly similar to that towards the end of Mothman, where it was like, this isn't new, they've been here the whole time kind of thing. It's the, I'm Sam Reich.
I've been here the whole
Yeah.
time.
So yeah. And again, beings of infinite power is not necessarily good or bad.
Yeah.
Like even that, describing that, that's not necessarily a good or a bad thing.
Right. Just a scary thing.
It's neutral scary, but
Um,
it's scary because of what we are in comparison to whatever that is.
So, does this one? Okay, this is a different chapter. This is psychosocial hypotheses.
Oh.
It is also about John Keel's ultra-terrestrials. So let's see if he has a different book here.
This is definitely going to be 2 episodes.
Okay, so this is just Mothman Prophecies and Operation Trojan Horse. They're in here. Or UFO Trojan Horse. Whatever. It's the John Keel book,
Operation Trojan Horse.
Okay.
This has a list of his books on the back at the bottom.
Yeah.
Also, what's insane to me is this book came out before John Keel was dead. So this, like, your book
Yeah.
came out while he was still alive.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Maybe he read this and went, "What the fuck, guys?"
Yeah. He was like, "What? Me? This John Keel? Well, those aren't my books."
It's like, I guess I did write that, but like, what the fuck?
It's like, I did write that, but the sentence that comes after it, like, the sentence before and the sentence after really provide a lot of context.
Why did I tell you in college not to cherry pick?
Right. Like,
Or not to paraphrase.
like provide context. Normalize providing context.
Or it's like a tell me why you're
this is
picking
fucking
this
page
before
before.
you put
Yeah.
the fucking citation in. Because I have so many citation questions about this book,
Yeah.
which is not. It's on the author, not on you, Christopher.
Yeah.
Jerome, I have beef with Jerome over his citations from 1997.
This is just fair. I would love to know if Jerome was still alive. He might be. I mean, it's not.
What's his name?
It's not that old.
He's not alive anymore.
He won't be after we're done with him. Jerome Clark.
I will say at the end of his like bio on Wikipedia under his biography, according to skeptical academic Paul Kurtz, Clark attacked skeptics for being closed-minded and dogmatic, yet he is easily impressed by questionable evidence. Which Jerome, look, here's the thing, Jerome Clark, if you're listening, you're 78 years old. If you're listening for some reason, one, I disagree with you on John Keel. Two, be easily impressed by questionable evidence, but that's what we do in this field.
So, part of Keel's ultra-terrestrial theory is that like they ruled as almost god kings, and as humans developed democracy and became independent from them, they got upset with that, that they were no longer god kings. And they put descendants in places of power, like royal families and such. And so, like, this theory starts to edge into, like, this is
Royal family
New
or
World
werewolves.
Order. This is, like,
Illuminati type stuff.
Illuminati type shit.
Yeah.
Modern day Illuminati
Yeah.
type shit. Not
Not the actual
the
Illuminati.
actual Illuminati.
Which existed for like, what, 3 years?
Yep.
And was not what people think it is now. It
Correct.
was just like a fraternity.
Yeah. And motivated the the human collective moving away from them is what motivated them to fuck with us, essentially.
Okay.
And fuck with people through, like, the creation of religions, cults, secret societies, and such to intervene in human affairs, to maintain some semblance of control.
Okay.
And so, like the Etherians live in the ether world,
Right.
the ultra-terrestrials live in the super spectrum.
Yeah. Which is
Yeah.
in the title of this book.
But one thing that I did think was neat is that somewhere in here it says that Keel believes that the Christian God is an ultra-terrestrial
Yes.
who lives on the super spectrum. And I was like, that's neat.
Yeah, he... I don't know what's happening. He thinks... I believe
Uh-huh.
that that is what he believes of all religions. Is
Yeah.
that, like
overarching, like,
any
gods.
concept of a god that we have is an ultra-terrestrial vibing over in the super spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't disagree with.
No. It's like we've talked about
Yeah.
aliens, or not aliens, angels being ultra-terrestrials, etc.
Yeah. It's
To
weird
quote
shit.
Tyler Strand, one man's angel is another man's alien.
Yep. One man's angel is another man's demon.
Yeah.
So that's it for ultra-terrestrials.
Okay. That we talked about ultra-terrestrials for a really long time.
We did.
Because I was like...
You know, because, like, I don't like the way that Jerome talks about Keel's idea of the ultra-terrestrials being as scary as they
Right.
as he's putting them.
Right.
which is why I've flipped to being like, I think I like Aetherians better.
Aetherians more, yeah.
Before I even started looking at the ultra-terrestrial or ultra-terrestrials content in this book, I read about the Aetherians and was like, I like this shit a lot.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah.
Like, it was a lot more vague, but it was a lot more like bright and happy and like
Right.
very positive and like they're not really doing anything, but like
Right.
it's not bad they're not doing anything. They're just they're bebopping, doing their own
Right.
shit.
And we're bebopping.
They're generally like interactions are generally positive. Like it's like, okay, I like this better.
Yeah.
And it's the same theory. It's just like with like happy glasses on.
Right.
So the last one we're gonna talk about are Venusuvians.
Venusuvians.
Woohoo! So, the first time we kind of hear about Venusuvians, or well, I take it back. I'm gonna do these a little bit out of order than I have them written.
Oh my gosh.
So in the late 1800s,
Yes.
Helena Petrovna Blavatsky. I practiced saying this. I wrote down this name and was like, I need to say this out loud a couple times so I don't have to say it for the first time on camera.
Yeah.
So Helena Petrovna Blavatsky
Okay.
proposed a hierarchy of ascended masters.
Right.
You know about these.
Yeah. Alan Greenfield talks about him in Hellier.
Fuck
the
yeah.
Ascended Master.
Oh, yeah.
He does when they do the interview with him.
Look, I don't connect dots.
No, that's okay. You also have garbage memory. That's why we're here.
Correct.
I'll remember a name and you'll look at me like, wow.
Anytime y'all remember things, I'm like, that's incredible. I exist here and now. I've never experienced anything once in my life.
Kris has never had a memory. That's why the Mandela effect doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
You've never had a memory.
That's why I couldn't recognize Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, you've never had a memory in your life.
So Helena proposes this idea of ascended masters, which includes the Lords of Flame that are from Venus.
The Lords of Flame is the name of my cult, actually.
This also, I think, created a cult.
Oh, I take it back then.
So this theory did split off.
Yeah. Venusian stuff gets weird.
Yeah. So it became the basis of the American religion called the capital G Great I Am in all caps, which is odd because like a lot of Christians and like Hebrew
Abrahamic?
Thank you. Abrahamic religions will call God, capital G God, the Great I Am.
Yeah.
And you won't see God's name written anywhere. It is I Am.
Right.
Especially like the more like Orthodox
Right.
Christian Catholic into like Hebrew.
Right.
Or not Hebrew,
Jewish.
fucking Jewish.
Right. Like super Orthodox Judaism, Orthodox Catholicism,
Yeah.
etc., etc.
Like that, then you'll see more and more of like the Great I Am, I Am, in reference to God. And so this religion called Great I Am was founded in the 1930s by Guy Ballard.
I think I know that name.
Incredible. He claims to have met 12 tall masters from Venus.
Venus.
And he said, I can make a religion out of that.
The history of the entire world, I guess.
Yep. But so, Guy,
He sees these 12 tall guys.
these 12 tall guys, he was like, they're from fucking Venus, I guess. And
Interesting that it was 12.
yep. The Institute for the Study of American Religion claims that this
Isar.
Sorry.
Yep, Isar.
Sorry.
I had to like look at it and be like, is that what it is? Isar claims that this is the first American religion to be built from like contactee.
Oh, okay.
Like from like alien contactee. This is the first one in the history of America.
And it should have been the only. Carry on.
I wish it was.
I wish it didn't exist, but carry on.
But so this religion eventually cannibalized its own like original theories that were from the 1800s, and they turned Blavatsky's like hierarchy of ascended masters into a space command hierarchy.
Okay, but that sounds kind of fun.
It's kind of cool, but it's also like, why'd you do that?
Yeah, why'd you take away the cool title of Ascended Masters and now you have Space Command? Are we Buzz Lightyear?
Yeah, it's like, who are you? So there is a man called Reeves who claims he was abducted in 1968 for a couple of weeks.
Oh my goodness.
Because he had been contacted by who he claims are Venezuelans. And they told him, hey, get your shit ready. We're taking you back home for a couple
Pack a bag.
weeks. Yeah, pack a bag. Make
Get a
sure your job doesn't
toothbrush.
fire you while you're gone.
Yeah, take some time off. Get someone to dog sit.
Yeah, they prepped him before
Yeah.
they took him.
That's the best case scenario.
But
Make sure you pack enough underwear.
yeah, so they allegedly took him to Venus, and he interacted with Venezuelans. But they called their own planet Monihea, which I thought was interesting.
So that's what the indigenous Venezuelans call Venus.
Yeah,
Is
Monihea,
Monihea.
spelled Monihea.
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 I'm gonna put a. Do we like these Venezuelans? For
Yeah.
the most part.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're very neutral. They're
Because I want to put a sign on the door that says "Welcome to Monihea."
yeah, that'd be funny.
I want to make like a cool like travel poster.
Yeah,
Welcome to Monihea.
with a beach and
Yeah.
like a palm tree.
and a palm tree.
It's like the like welcome to Miami, but
Yeah.
literally that. But
Except it needs to be like a 50s vintage style poster.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%.
Like you got to find like an
Sick.
old beach poster, like an
Yeah.
old tourism poster, and
like
then
an
just be
old
able
like
to
Hawaii.
Yeah.
like and then
poster.
just be able to take the template, change the words.
Yeah, change the words.
Futz and Canva, it'd be fine.
It'll be fun.
I can
So
do it in
the
Photoshop.
like
Whatever.
Venezuelans are generally described as being very tall, except for one person who called themselves Dr. G, spelled Gee, who decided that there was like a crash, that the like alien bodies were too small to be Martians, and so he was like, they were from Venus.
Great.
Because like in people's brains, the only two
So-
places that aliens were from
Was Mars and Venus.
Mars and Venus. That's it.
I know that the description of Venezuelans is not the same as the Nordic folk, but it's kind of interesting that the Venezuelans are also tall.
Yeah.
Comparatively.
Yeah, like nowhere in here did it have like a
visual
detailed
description. Yeah.
description.
Just tall.
Just tall and very attractive and alluring.
Sounds very
That sounds like the Nordics.
Sounds like Nordics, but like at no point in here did it say like they look very human.
Yeah,
they're
and they're
blonde. Like there was implications that like yeah they still look weird, but like they're sexy weird.
Great.
But sometimes they're called space brothers.
yes.
The
The Space Brothers.
Space Brothers. Space
Wait, what was
Brothers,
this guy's name who got abducted for a week? Reeves?
Reeves.
I think I know about this case.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't know what his first name is, but that sounds familiar. Like specifically I'm gonna go hang out on Venus with my hot alien girlfriend for 2 weeks. Like,
it does
is
Yeah.
sound familiar.
Yeah.
I do also like have some kind of recollection of that bit
Yeah.
of the story.
Yeah. But Space Sisters never caught on. They're Like, it's not just male aliens.
No, but they're the Space
and
Brothers.
Space Brothers is encapsulating
All of them.
all of them.
The Space Brothers are also the ones that talked to the UFO disclosure presidential candidate.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah.
Whose thing was
They were gonna tell us all the shit that they've been hiding for years.
it was, I think, like it was like about Abraham Lincoln getting elected the year he got elected, and then it was like 100 years later, and he was like, I think his name was Gabe. So it was like, you voted for Abe in this year, vote for Gabe in this year, and his whole campaign was run by the Space Brothers.
Fuck yeah,
Do
dude.
I need to Google his name real quick?
Sure. I'm into that.
Greg and Dana did a whole episode about it.
But like generally, the Venusuvians are regarded as like caring and nurturing entities that are like curious in like a positive light. They're like, oh, what weird little guys. What weird little guys you are. But like I didn't write notes on this story because I was like, I don't know, it's a little weird. There was a story of a guy who, when he was like 10, was like romping through the woods and like found a very pretty lady who was like otherworldly, sitting on a
Right.
rock.
Yeah.
And he was
On a rock.
10 and was like, oh, she's super, 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 super pretty.
Well, yeah, he's 10.
Yeah.
And then later on, he got abducted by Venusuvians, and she was there. And then she was like,
His girlfriend.
hey, so you're actually not going to be with me. Because she hadn't aged at all. And he was like an adult now when he
Right.
got abducted.
Right.
Hi, this is so familiar.
And she was like, hey, so you're actually going to be like mated to my sister,
Yeah.
Cute.
who you'll know her by X, Y, and Z.
Why?
And then like
Okay.
finds her.
Why is this so familiar
Because
to me?
it's on one of the Haunted Objects podcasts.
Oh, okay.
I
I was like, holy shit, this is so
It's
familiar.
there's like 3 different UFO ones and they talk about this case on there. Carry on, sorry.
But yeah, they're just weird and pretty.
Okay. Is that where we're stopping?
That's
for
it.
today?
That's
Hang
all
on,
I've got.
I have to find this guy. I have
well,
searched this before.
while Sarah continues to search, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Very proud of you.
The dogs are moving around.
I am disconcerted by
Yep.
this man's writing. I don't like all of the descriptions of all of these alien beings. I learned a lot. I am uncomfortable.
You know,
I'm
it's
also Jerome Clark and I have beef about citations.
Yep.
Um,
I wish things were cited better, and I wish things had fucking years attached to them.
And I was like,
Yeah.
I need more context for your citations,
yeah.
and I need years. Like I have some beef with how you present information.
Yeah.
I am thrilled that there's 705 pages of alien content.
Oh yeah.
Like, you did a wonderful job.
I'm thrilled that you have compiled this much
Yeah.
information.
I am having.
Tell me where to find the information.
I was like, let me
Right.
do my own secondary research. Tell me where to find your information.
Yeah.
Especially with it being a source that is 20, almost 30 years old.
Yeah.
Like, tell me where to double check that what you're saying is still accurate.
Right.
Like, that's where I'm having personal beef.
Oh yeah. Understandable. I'm there with you.
I'm very excited to see what comes in 102 and 103.
Yeah.
I am very excited. I'm very excited that this is our 1 year anniversary episode.
Yeah. 1 year.
1 year, 1 year, 1 year.
1 year of weirdness.
1 year of weird.
1 year of weird. Well, technically, the end of this episode will not be the 1 year anniversary episode because this is gonna be 2 episodes.
gonna be
Well,
2
at least you
episodes.
started you led us into our 2nd year of weird
with this.
with this.
I found his name.
Tell me.
His name was Gabe. It's Gabriel Green.
Ah.
He ran for president in 1960. And after he did not win any primary, he backed Kennedy.
Mm.
But do you want to know what his political party was?
Yes.
Yes.
He was part of the Universal Party, and also part of the Outer Space Party.
Hell yeah.
It was the you voted for Abe in 1860, vote for Gabe in 1960 was his slogan, and he was an American UFO contactee who started AFSCA, which is one of my favorite flying saucer organizations, the Amalgamated Flying Saucer Clubs of America.
Hell yeah.
And I have them on my bead dangly. And yeah, he ran for president. He did not succeed, obviously. But his whole thing was like, oh, I'm running on the platform of UFO disclosure.
Yeah.
In the 60s, he was like, I'm running on the platform of, if I become president, I will tell you everything that we know about UFOs. And that's it.
That's it. That's my only promise.
He also had like an economic plan that apparently the aliens gave him.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's all we need to know about aliens, at least for right now, at least for today.
Yeah, a lot of these will
for
have
this
their own
week.
episodes.
A lot of these will have their own episodes, and so we're going to talk more about aliens. And eventually we're going to have an Aliens 102.
Yeah.
So hang on for that. We'll see you next time, Weirdos. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is for weirdos.
Are you a weirdo?
Thursdays are for the phenomena.